You're now listening to the SNL Fan Podcast, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of the SNL Fan Podcast, basically what I want to talk about is my list of 24 black comedians that are ready for SNL. Now, recently, Kenan Thompson said that SNL doesn't find women that are, black women that are ready to be on the show. And that could have been took in many different ways, but a lot of people took it as him saying that, there's no funny black women out there, which I'm going to talk about in a different podcast. I'm going to weigh in on what I think he meant by that, But even if he didn't even give any suggestions, but I found 24 women that I think should be on there. And to my understanding, at least 4 or 5 of these women actually have auditioned for SNL and didn't make it. And but I'm gonna talk about those women too. They're on the list. But yeah, and I don't talk about all 24 of these women in just one podcast. I had to break it up into 6 parts in sets of 4, and I'm going to talk about the first 4 in this edition in this particular podcast. And this list is in no order, by the way. It's just 24 women I think should be on there. It's no order. It's not from worst to first, or there's no rank. It's just pretty much they're all thrown in there, And also I want to say that this list makes sense too. It's not because a lot of people have been making suggestions like I think Wanda Sykes should be on SNL. That's not going to happen. Like that. I mean, she should host. She probably could host SNL. But in the cast, no, that's not going down. She's too big of a brand. People like Keke Palmer and Wendy Raquel Roberts, they're not being in the cast. Kim Wheatley and Niecy Nash and Adele Givens and Raven Simone, they're not going to be on SNL. They're not just, I don't even think their agents or their managers would even let them do that, even if they wanted to. Oh no, you should ask Lorne Michaels to let you host. Or let you be a frequent guest or something like that. But I don't see them in the cast. So this list actually are women are mostly underground comedians, women who do improv, women who have had little roles here and there throughout their career. Women that actually they would actually be in the running to, I guess, have the potential to be on SNL. But before I even get into the list, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. Southeast Hip Hop Magazine is a great digital magazine with a lot of great articles, music reviews, interviews with some of the hottest artists out today. A lot of independent artists, even mainstream artists. They have news, great articles, all kind of things. So definitely check out Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. I'm going to put the link in the information box below. And since this particular podcast is talking about talented black women, there's a lot of talented black women that make contributions to Southeast Hip Hop Magazine as well. So definitely check that out and support, and support what they, put into the magazine. Okay, now let me talk about my list. Like I said, this list is in no order. I don't, there's not from best to worst or worst to best. It's just kind of, everybody sprinkled all over the place. And I have it broken up into sets of 4. In part 1, I want to talk about these 4 talented black women that are ready for SNL. And I want to start off the list with one of my personal favorites. Her name is Indira Gibson Wilson. Indira Gibson Wilson is, she's had a lot of small roles here and there. She played on Everybody Hates. It has some small roles on Everybody Hates Chris. Different television shows. The Chris Rock Show. What else has she been in? She's also a member of 2 improv troupes that I know of. Frog Island is one, and she's the only black woman in that one. Not the only black person though. And then she's also a member of another improv troupe called the Elite Delta Force 3, which is it's exclusively just nothing but black women. And she's actually my favorite one in both improv troupes. I think she is the funniest, and she is the most talented, and I definitely think she's ready for SNL. You should definitely check out her acting reel, her demo reel. she just has, oh my god, she just takes it to another level. Everything she says, everything comes out of her mouth is really funny. Even when she's not funny, she just acts funny. She just knows how to just act, and it doesn't seem like it's forced. She's natural. It just, I mean, it's just she's very talented, very gifted. Um, she. What else I want to say about her? I looked at a lot of the Lonely Frog, excuse me, Frog Island. I was going to call them the Lonely Island, Frog Island sketches, and she pretty much she's a Steen Siller in all Steen Siller. Dang, toy boat. Okay, got it. She's a scene stiller, and like when I said about Tim Robinson. Like, no, not Tim Robinson. When I said about, what's the guy, the new guy, Brooks Wheelan. I said Brooks Wheelan has like one or two lines, and he doesn't deliver them that well. And I said even if you have one or two lines, you need to deliver it like you have the best. You need to make those one or two lines the best lines. Don't just, oh, I got two lines, I'm gonna just say them and walk off. You have to actually. You have to deliver those two lines like this is gonna be your last time ever acting again, and that's what Indira Gibson Wilson does. Like she delivers, like she'll have three lines or something like that, and they'll be the best three lines in the whole. I mean, that's how good she is. And Will Ferrell had that mutant power too, where he could just Will Ferrell could just come into a bad sketch and he'll have like one line, and it would be the funniest thing in the whole thing. Indira Gibson Wilson definitely has that talent, and I definitely think she's ready for SNL. What else? What else can I say about it that she done? Definitely check out her demo reel. Check out her demo reel. Go on IMDb and just check out the things she's been on and try to find YouTube clips of them. That's what I did. I did some research on her. Definitely check out the behind the scenes clips on the Delta Force 7 or the Elite Delta Force 3's YouTube page. She's funny in those. Oh my god. When I actually saw her and saw her her demo reel and saw the YouTube clips and things like that and saw the sketches she was in, my fist balled up. I was angry because why isn't even women like this walking around who are that talented, who aren't even household names or aren't getting big roles? I mean, I believe she has the potential to be the black Lucille Ball. Yes, I said it. I think she could be the black Lucille Ball if she had the right vehicle. And maybe SNL might stifle her career. Who knows? I mean, maybe she needs her own sitcom or something like that. If I had money, power, and respect, I definitely would get behind her and put her in something or do something, because it's a shame. I mean, don't take my word. Well, take my word for it, but definitely check her out for yourself, and you'll see what I'm talking about. One of the first things I seen her in, though, was the Real Housewives of the Civil Rights Movement, and she had like one or two lines, and it was like meh, but I wanted to check everybody out, and they were made to leave the whites only section. That alone, and she clamped down in her seat. Like that, like she is funny just with movements, facial expressions, the way she holds her mouth, the way she turn around and move. I pay attention to details. To be a great comedic actress, you can't just say funny things. You just have to be funny. You got to put your whole body into it, and she definitely does that. And definitely check out the Frog Island sketches. Just look for the one she's in. Forget everybody else. Just look for her. She's great at changing up her voice. She's great at just facial expression. Just, oh my God, I can't say enough. And I need to just move on, because I could just do the whole podcast on just her. Like, I just go look at all her clips and just say something great about each one. But we don't have that kind of time, and I know you guys want to move on. Okay, go to the next person. Indira Gibson Wilson. The only complaint I want to file about her, I want to file too, is I think she might be too old. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might be too... Because you know how Lauren Michaels got rid of Michaela Watkins, and she was like 38, and everybody said, we think it's the age thing, it hasn't been too many older... She was like the oldest woman to ever be on the show, because, when he got Kristen Wiig, she was in her, like, late 20s, and then by the time she left, she was like pushing 40. You know what I'm saying? What was that? 7 years go by really fast, but or really slow. I guess it's why they get older. But yeah, I mean, if I was Lauren Michaels, I wouldn't care about the age. I just definitely sign her because now that's not something that I am concerned about because she should be on SNL regardless. I don't care if she's 58, which I know she's not that old. I don't think. Uh, she's not 58, obviously, but I think she should be on the show regardless of her age. And the other thing I like to say too about Indira Gibson Wilson is her name. Shorten that up, man. I mean, tell your husband, your ex-husband, all these long hyphenated names. Just make a stage name. Just be Indira Gibson or Indira Wilson or something like that. Indira Gibson Wilson. I ain't gonna say that all day. I can't remember to say that. We could barely say Indira, because Robin Thede in the background, she was like, "Hey, India or Inaria," what's he messing her name all up? Like, no, it's Indira. Okay, change it up. I mean, you be Indira, but be Indira Wilson or Indira G. Look, Tina Fey. That's not even her real name. Her real name is Elizabeth. I think Tina, whatever the heck. Faye Richmond the third Esquire. Boom, Tina Fey. That's what we know her as. It's easy to say, rolls off the tongue. So Indira Gibson Wilson, maybe she need to shorten the name up. But other than that, as far as her acting abilities and her comedic skills, nothing wrong with that. I would watch her all day. I'd definitely watch a show starring her. I ain't not featuring, starring her. She needs to star in something. I'm gonna make it if I don't hear anything about Indira Gibson Wilson in the mainstream television or movies and thing by the beginning of next year, I'm going to start some kind of petition or some kind of campaign to get her on something or something. I mean, we're getting all these campaigns to get Betty White to host SNL and all these campaigns on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. This is the one that this is the person who needs to be seen and heard like that. All right, now let me move right along to the next person. Leshay T. Boyce. Leshay Tomlinson Boyce. You might know her from being the woman and the R. Kelly's opera. What was that? Trapped in the Closet. She did that. What else? She's also a member of the Elite Delta Force 3 as well. And what else has she been in? She's been in some other few things here and there. She also has that YouTube channel, Mother Funny Quickies. That's great. She does. Definitely check her out. Look her up. Google her. IMDb her. That's what I did. Definitely look up a lot of her clips. She is very funny too. But before she even said anything, before I even really did any research on who she was, I cracked up looking at her. Let me tell you why. Because she looks like my Aunt Tony. I have an aunt named Tony. She looks like a younger version of my Aunt Tony. Seriously. And I showed my brother. He laughed. He bust out. That's the first. He didn't even. I paused it and he laughed. That like she looks like my Aunt Tony. And I showed other family members forwarded. Blah blah blah. So Leshay Boyce, if you're listening to this, you get some new likes and subscribers. You're welcome. Because I definitely pushed this. Hey, yo, don't this look like Aunt Tony? I don't think Aunt Tony herself has seen it though, but she definitely looks like my Aunt Tony, and she is very funny too. Now her power move is she's good at impressions. She does an on point Wendy Williams. She does Rosie Perez. She does a lot of, she does great Latina characters better than Kate McKinnon and Cecily Strong. And I think Cecily Strong is like some kind of Hispanic or something. You know what I'm saying? She does your race better than you, Cecily. She needs to be on SNL. What else? What else she does? She also has this Joan Rivers character named Sloan Shivers or Sloan Swivers or something like that. It is on point. It's definitely Joan Rivers. She has it down to a T. I think she ate these people and they're speaking out of her mouth. She is that great. what else? Other than impressions, she's just good. She just does well in sketches. Like the sketches she done with the Elite Delta Force. Some of hers are the best ones, just like Indira's. The mother funny quickies. Oh my God! Like she is just is just it's just second nature to her. Just to get out there and do what she does. I definitely recommend it. Also, definitely check her stuff out, man. I strongly feel that she should be on SNL. What else? What else did she do that I liked? A lot of things, but what? I'm trying to think of something else she did I mean, it's just so many things. There's so many YouTube videos. Oh, she also did a parody of Scandal too, and she played Olivia Pope, and it was funny. Like she has it, man. She has the gift. My only complaint I want to file about her is that name too, Leshay Tomlinson Boyce. Come on, shorten it up. Tina Fey. You think that's, find a stage name that fits, man. You might have to tell your husband, your ex-husband, look, I love you, but I can't be using your name. I need a stage name so I can come out there so people can remember me. But I definitely co-sign Leshay Tomlinson Boyce. Definitely check her out. And she's good at impressions. You need somebody to do some good impressions. She's like on that Jay Farrow level with it. I didn't really like her Nicki Minaj that much, but her movements and her implanations in her voice were great. So any impression that she can't do, I believe that if she studied it or looked at it hard enough and just practiced it, she could do it. Because that is definitely a power move that she has under her belt. Let's see. Let's go on to the third person on this list. She's the second half of Mother Funny Quickies. Nika Williams. Nika Williams. Now, when I first seen her, she is a model. I found that out. She's a model that does stand-up comedy. But that combination just does not fit because she's a model and she does comedy. That's not gonna be funny. And then when I seen her before I even clicked on any videos and before I even did any research on her, I just said, she's too beautiful. She's too beautiful. She's not funny. She's not gonna be funny because who? I mean, not no disrespect to the other women on this list. They're attractive too, but you know what I'm saying. Like she's like a model looking woman. And I'm like, no, she can't be funny. And she is. She's funny. I actually like her stand-up better than her sketches, though. Because Leshay Tomlinson, boy, she does the better stuff on the mother funny quickies, in my opinion. And Nika's not bad, but I just think that, just next to Leshay, it's like, but I checked out her stand-up. Her stand-up is great. She said she has this joke about her father being a pimp. Talking about if my bottom hoe make $50, then my top hoe make $50. How much money they got all together? She was like, that's $100. Nope, that's my money. They got nothing like that. That was funny. She has this. She did this thing called Sweet Bird Jenkins or something like that. I gotta look back. I don't have the notes in front of me, but that was funny. She just moves funny too. Like when she came out there, I'm just tall for no reason. She was like moving around like some velociraptor or something, like some big dinosaur. She was walking on stage. I was like, man, she does a lot of physical humor too. Like she fall down and roll around and move around with her body and stuff like that, like a spineless snake or something. She's great to see perform. And she's also been in television too. She played seen a clip where she played a coach on Hannah Montana, and she's telling Miley Cyrus' character, telling Hannah Montana, oh, you're not good for the cheerleading squad. You should be a mascot or whatever. I mean, her she has great comedic abilities. I definitely can see her on SNL doing different sketches. She's also done something with Taron Killam too. I seen in some reel or some little clip that she was talking to Taron. I don't know what that's from. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. But it's probably from something popular too, and I just don't know no better. But it was. I mean, I guess she's worked with Darren Killam. I think she'd fit in with the cast too. I could see her definitely doing sketches with Taryn and Bobby and Kate and all them. I think she would definitely fit in. Oh, and going back to her stand up too, she also made fun of Tyra Banks, and that was funny. Talking about, you don't know what it's like to be going through Mulan wearing fake diamonds stuff. Like hell, you ain't got no real problems. Yes, Nika Williams is funny. Definitely check out her stand up. A model that does comedy. That's quite all right. All right, now the last woman on this list, last but not least, since we're talking about Williams, let's go to another woman named Williams, Jessica Williams. And Jessica Williams already has a job. She's on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. She's the first and only black woman they have that's a regular correspondent on The Daily Show, and she is hilarious. I didn't think so at first because sometimes your first impression is your bad, and your first, sometimes you only your first impression. But sometimes you gotta because the first little clip I seen of her on The Daily Show, it was not funny. Like she was kind of awful in my opinion. And so and this was a while back when I seen that clip of her on The Daily Show, and I was like, no, they finally got a black woman on there. She's not even funny, and so. So I just wrote her off and, never really looked at her again. But since I was making this list, I said, what, I want to go back and look at some of these people and really study them and really look at other things that they've done and, other clips, other YouTube videos to see if I'm, because I want to be wrong. If I think somebody's not funny, I want them to see if they can make me laugh. And so I went on to the next video and, oh my gosh, she blew me away. She was funny. I guess that was just a bad little clip I seen or whatever, but everything I seen after that, and it just kept getting funnier. Like it was one after another, and she's another one that just has just her facial expressions, and look, comedy is all about timing too, so I believe that you have to have great timing as well, and her timing and delivery, she's almost up there with like Stephen Colbert. I think in a few more years she could actually get a rhythm going to where because Stephen Colbert, his delivery is so like it's on point, like it's flawless. Like the way he says things, the way he stops and looks and then says something. Jessica Williams has that too. Like she just stops, she'll say something, and then she'll say something like it's the timing. She has perfect comedic timing. I don't know how good she'd be just doing, impressions and different characters and things like that. But all I needed to see was those Daily Show clips, and I definitely feel that she definitely should be on SNL. At least I could definitely see her doing some Weekend Update commentary. Or she should definitely just do Weekend Update. Just take it from Cecily. It'd be the first black person to do Weekend Update on SNL. All right. Okay, well that's all I like to say about these women because, like I said, I can go on and on and on and on and on. That's how much talent they have. Like you just can't say enough about these women. And like I said, Kenan Thompson said, there's no, we can't find any black women that are ready. And I done found 24 of them, and I'm just on the first 4, and I can fill up a whole show just talking about how funny they are. That's I don't know what Kenan was talking about. Or I don't know what Lorne Michaels is not. So they need to get these people. I don't know what they're missing. They are definitely missing something, man. They're definitely missing out with not having talent like these on SNL. But yeah, that's all I like to say about this first set. Again, let's recap: Indira Gibson Wilson, Leshay T. Boyce, Nika Williams, and Jessica Williams. All right, and this is just part 1. So just wait for the other parts. I'm just gonna oh my God! I definitely encourage you all to go check out these women, check out their YouTube clips, check out go on IMDb and look at their resume and see if you can find the stuff. I was tempted to actually go to the Red Box and start renting some stuff based on just to see the 1 or 2 lines they have in some of these movies that they've been in. But yeah, definitely check them out. And again, I want to give another shout out to Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. I'm going to put the link in the information box below. Check them out. They've always supported Too Good for Radio and the podcast and my other podcast, The Next Big Thing. So I just want to show some love back to Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. All right. That's all I like to say for now. I'm just some guy named Jay, and that's news to me.